Hey there, picking up from 14th when I last streamed this. I should have done it earlier today, but what are you gonna do? I have a guest commenter in here tonight. His Twitch is fan-based, all one, I guess it all would be one word.
All lowercase as well?
I believe so, that's how I enter it. Death count was at 63 or 64, we're not sure which. And just finishing up this side quest that had absolutely no basis in the story at all. You know, the kind where like the rest of the game has made complete sense, there's been a point for every little quest you do, and then out of nowhere there's one that they just throw at you that, like, why?
That's, I don't think it's make or break, but it can be good or bad.
I mean, it's relevant to the story afterwards, but when you get assigned to the quest, it's like they're just looking for a way to implement it.
Yeah, man, a game, Drake and Sang River of Time did that. They boasted a DLC for it, and it was just like, all it did was open 2 quests that probably were already there from the beginning.
This game actually had a very good storyline. I'm looking forward to doing Terranigma afterwards, which was the sequel, the third game in the series.
Oh, really? How does it go, then?
It's Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, Terranigma. They aren't directly related, but there's enough stuff they have in common that it's, like you can point them out.
Same crews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's similar themes as well. There's like a big theme on inventors, inventions, how they affect humanity. And there's her pig. Kind of makes me wonder how the hell a pig could get across 2 continents to follow her.
It shows it is much simpler in the map, though. Is that where you're seeing it?
Well, no, it's this girl's pet pig. We left it like at the very beginning of the game, and it's followed us through 2 continents.
Oh, I see.
It's one of those things that I
Well, it's
probably
possible.
shouldn't think about very much, but...
Did you name the pig Pooker baby?
No, it's called Hamlet.
Just as good.
Hooker baby. It's like the best name for a dog ever.
I've been using that name in Counter-Strike, and a lot more people say I'm hacking. I think it's the name.
Really?
Yeah.
And here we go to Angkor Wat. Another real-world location. That was one thing that was really cool about this game. They use like actual like ruins and like real-world like civilizations as bases.
I'm into it. I'm into the all complete fantasy too, and then make it from just complete scratch.
Right.
But I mean, those games were anyways.
Skeletons scattered around. The death count continues. Let's see, there's these. They're not weathered yet, only recently bleached white. We got 64, 65, 66, 67. I'm making sure I'm getting the count right here. Yeah, 67 or 68, we're not sure.
What are you killing?
Nothing. It's just the that skeleton sprite is in this village again. This is crud. I've lost track of what numbered red jewel that is. The guys that were with me last time talked about this village. This is where the implied cannibalism. They never explicitly state it. It's just implied.
Yeah, let me take a look at it. Why is it doing some kind of crazy, is this a memory?
No, it's a heat wave. Or a drought.
Oh,
No, the basis behind this is there have been slaves throughout the game, and like labor trade, and it's basically in this country there's like a bunch of screwed up stuff going on that's forced some of them into that.
yep. There's that pig.
Starved
Is that
to
right?
Yes, that's the pick. Maybe it is an implied cannibalism. Maybe, I don't know. It says starved to death. I don't know what it would have been in the original Japanese. Nintendo did have a policy of censoring stuff. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Very well. Yeah, this game actually covered a lot of really dark themes that I've talked about during the other episode, but this section here, I feel like when I was a kid, it kind of left a positive theme.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of those old games had a lot of underlying ideas of to kill, evil and to Do good, rather.
Yeah, that's the thing about this trilogy. It's very heavy on the symbolism between humanity and the duality of man is what I'm trying to say. How we're capable of like super evil shit, but like also really good stuff.
Yeah, two extremes.
It's interesting how they cover it, I guess. I really miss Quintet. I wish that they were still a company that developed games.
I still wish Zipper Interactive was making games.
Which company was this? What did they do?
They did most of the SOCOMs.
And they're
Zipper
gone.
Interactive. I'm pretty sure they went bankrupt.
I thought I'd heard you mention
Because
something
you're
about
seeing...
that.
Yeah, I mentioned it a while back, I think. It must have been after they did their PS3 stuff. But I mean, they were regularly making SOCOM games and then just stopped, so...
Alright. I will be back in 1 second.
Alright, I might grab a snack, so...
Alright, I'm back, and we're headed to Angkor Wat. This is pretty much one of my favorite dungeons in the game, right up there with the Incan ruins.
Why is that?
Angkor Wat, based off of like the actual Angkor Wat. I think it's in India. I won't swear to it. It's one of my favorite dungeons in the game, up there with the first dungeon, well, not the first ruin, which is based off of the Incans.
Oh, okay.
Also has one of the best songs. I'm not playing now, but it does once you get into the main building. These dudes refuse to die.
Are there levels in that?
No, but you do level up your stats by killing all of the enemies on a given screen. There we go. It looks like I have to hit him enough times while the head is out. It's one of those, like, part enemies.
Right.
I'm usually a lot better at this.
Stream slowing you down?
No. Not necessarily.
I've noticed some things that was slowing me down on. But it depends on the game.
I feel like I would definitely play that Contra game we had going again. Except we were having definite stream issues that night.
Oh, right.
But I mean, I thought it was a pretty darn good game, overall.
Is that on the Super Nintendo?
Yeah. Wild Guns was one that I would love to finish someday. We got so far, but that was just that last level was like ridiculous.
We beat that Metal Slug XX, right?
Yes, we did. I did not expect that to be the ending.
No, neither did I. It's actually kind of nice and sweet. There's actually another one, too, which includes the old games. That's Anthology. I don't have that one
Now,
yet.
is that one on PSP, though?
Yes. And it is also multiplayer. Those might be worth checking out because they might be more or less of a challenge. I don't know.
But those were,
That's something. Go ahead.
those were not online, though, right? Where we had to actually be in the same room.
See, I don't. I think that one was had to be in the same room. I think it is. But if we were ever able to get that that ad hoc party from the PSN network,
Yeah.
if there's another way of getting it other than that, you can play all those ad hoc only games like we are, you know, doing it online. So
Yeah, I'm
it's
thinking
not
I'm probably,
impossible. But,
sorry, go on.
that was pretty much it.
I think I'm gonna try to pick up an actual capture card this week. I'm waiting to get paid on Friday, which will probably be my last paycheck. We're out of money.
What kind of capture card are you looking at?
The Dazzle. I was actually looking into it out of curiosity about what other experiences people have had, and from what I'm gathering, I don't want the newest model. I want to actually get on eBay and buy the older one. I don't know if it's still going on, but people were having issues where they couldn't stream Super Nintendo games on the 170 model.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you look that stuff up. You gotta research those before you buy them. And it's the $50 one.
Well, new on eBay, I can probably get it for about 15.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, what I need it for is I put up a list of games that people might want to see on Twitter, Facebook, Backloggery, whatever. And people most requested Saga Frontier, which is PS1, so I'm gonna need a capture card for that.
Yeah.
this song.
Katy Perry.
Do what?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, no. You know, I hear that Russell Brand was the one who broke up with her, not the other way around.
Oh,
Through
really?
text messaging. You know,
What
text
song is
message breakup.
song in your game?
No. No, I just heard about that on TV the other day. Now, what I found interesting was that this game didn't have a leveling up, but Soul Blazer and Terranigma both did.
Isn't that Secret of Evermore like that?
No, it plays pretty much like Secret of Mana, but
Or what's... Is that the one with the boy and the dog?
yes. Which is something I would be more than interested in running through if you wanted to at some point.
Right. Is it do you know what the Secret of Evermore is? Or do you not play through it?
Oh no, I know what the secret is, but I can't say now because it's like total spoilers.
Oh yeah.
It's a very short game.
Just
like,
curious.
My problem with that game
Oh,
was...
really?
What's that?
Too short?
Yeah, it could have been a lot longer. I feel like what they had to do was like shorten the development time. I think I read somewhere that there was supposed to be another like area, and they had development issues and had to cut it.
Man, I've heard that. There's so many games that fail to release, and I almost wish they had that manpower on other good games. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
A lot of effort goes towards unfinished games, but I mean, that's how you get better, how you eventually get a company.
I have to admit, I really love the way the Super Nintendo looks on this TV. It's very clean and clear. Like, it used to really bug me, the fact that I didn't have scan lines to soften the edges of the sprites, but the longer I play in HD, just the more I appreciate it. It's I can see like all of the little graphics, the slaves in this game. I used to think they had like bandanas or something covering their mouths. Turns out it's just beards. I just learned that for the first time.
Yeah, I know the
because I could
feeling.
see it.
Reminds me of the PlayStation 1 era. Your mind was always being more creative than what was really there. Or what they meant to be there, rather.
I don't know, but I'm getting my ass kicked. I need a health recovery.
Health potion?
Well, we've got a limited number of herbs, which I can use if I need to. I've been trying to use as few as possible.
Do you need them later on?
Not necessarily, I just, I like the challenge of trying not to use them.
Right.
You got this super form where you turn into this crazy knight who hits harder. I've been not using him for boss fights.
Is it more interesting?
Definitely, it's terrifying at times because these bosses are just brutal. Not all of them, some of them. Yes, health upgrade. The first boss and the second to last boss are the really, really nasty ones that are trouble. The ones in between, well, actually the very middle boss, there are two vampires that are like really filthy.
Vampires?
Yeah. That was one other problem with Illusion of Gaia. The final boss was like a total letdown. And Soul Blazer also suffered from that.
Soul Blazer is really good for its day.
Definitely. It's aged terribly though. I'm thinking I might restream that real quick before I do Terranigma because I've already streamed it, but I forgot to hit save forever, so I've lost it.
Huh.
And I feel like it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to do another run of it, just a speed run. It doesn't take more than a day. I can do it in like one sitting.
Right. Yeah, man. I hope I can eventually get some more of my card paid off so I can get those PSP parts. I've been wanting to play First Departure for so long.
What are you wanting to play through?
Since my First Departure, Star Ocean.
Ah, Star Ocean, yeah. Oh, hey, you might be interested in this news. Square Enix has just trademarked the Star Ocean name again, which means, to me, they're either coming out with a remake or they're coming out with something new.
Sounds good to me.
I'm hoping
definitely.
for,
I still need to play 4, but
yeah, I'm hoping for PS4.
You know how that goes.
Like, that would just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What I don't like is the plot twist in Star Ocean 3. I feel like, you know, without actually saying what it is for anyone who's not played it who might watch, but I don't understand how they can continue the storyline without acknowledging that plot twist.
Well, they absolutely can. Each game is their own game. I mean, that's just one theory, too. Like, even though they throw that in your face, you know, that's in that own game's universe. Look how many, like, Dungeons and Dragons games would have to
I suppose you
keep
have
taking
point.
into effect. You know what I mean? Things that definitely happened. I like it. I do like, though, when games do transfer over, and more games need to do what the Japanese have been doing a lot. It's importing from old games into new ones, specifically naming Phantasy Star.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I still am like...
Having you know what I mean? Have a legacy of games on systems leading up to your old ones to your new ones. You know, in the future, this is going to be old anyways. And being able to keep transferring data over to do something, that'd be really awesome.
I love that.
People get into that. It's like it sounds like a Pokemon thing almost.
Well, I noticed on Phantasy Star Universe, what they on PSP 1, they let you... I don't think we could do it, but I think maybe it was a Japan thing I was reading about. You could import your Phantasy Star Universe data into Phantasy Star Portable. And then, you know, as you know, we
Japanese only.
Yeah, and we could import our PSP 1 data to Portable 2.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm thinking the ultimate thing would be if they had allowed a way to... Well, I don't see how they would do that is the thing, but if we could even import like PS1 or PSO1 to 2. That's
that's what I'm saying. even if the conversion is a problem, they could just do, if it's not going to transfer anything graphically, it could just do trophy-wise. Just be
Right,
like,
that's
you did
true.
something so cool in the other game, it saves a line of code that says, yes, you did it, sends it to the next game, and you start out with new gear or something, you know what I mean?
See, I think that the Ark the Lad games did that pretty well. It wasn't like, basically how those worked is in the
Right.
first game it was pretty short and very linear, and your character's levels would be transferred to Ark the Lad 2 if you used the data. So if you maxed them out at 60, they'd show up at 60, and you'd get a few extra cutscenes. I don't mind stuff like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
That,
they just are at a default level.
It seems like it makes it even more worth it, too.
Yeah.
To know that there's going to be another game to take that toll.
Well, that's what I liked about Nora.
The effort seems... Yeah, exactly. I hate that they didn't let you do the anytime import, you know what I mean?
Right.
If it had something to do with keeping people from duping items, they should have just said that's going to happen anyways, you know?
And not everyone does that. I mean, I just played through the whole game without doing
We
that.
stopped doing it, remember?
Yeah.
I
I
just
understand
wanted to
why
try it
with the
out at first to
online.
see what it's like. Well, yeah. Of course, we can't even do that, though, you know? That's gone now.
The problem
A
is,
lot
like,
of the PS2's games are gone like that.
yeah, and I know that they would be able to set up a private server, but it's just not a popular enough game for people to...
It's like the PSU. There was a guy working on it, but he just ended up saying it was too much work, and
Really?
I don't blame him. Sega, I'm pretty sure they coded that game pretty harshly. Like, if you alt-tab in the offline PC version, it just crashes the game every single time.
That's kind of
Not
what happens
stupid.
in Final Fantasy XI. I can't alt-tab out of the game or it dies.
And I mean, it's not because I'm lacking, there's something, my computer's lacking or whatnot. Because that game is not intensive at all, but it's the way they've coded it, you know? Either it was to prevent people from alt-tabbing and turning on cheats, or, you know, they're just being stupid.
Let's see, here's a skeleton. These 3 explorers were in Euro City, so the running death count would be, at the very least, let's see, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. We know that at least 3 people have just died, so the death count is at 70 or 71. I still can't remember if I counted Seth earlier in the game, who was like a... I wouldn't say a party member, you don't really have those, but a companion.
Does this raise difficulty or anything?
The dead people? No, that's just storyline.
Okay.
I mean, but really, we're at 70 people, having at least 70 people died in the course of, like, this game's plot. So, I'm really thinking, like, the death toll in this game, I can't think of another one that has that many, at least Super Nintendo era.
People rather than just monsters.
Yeah, I mean, even if, like those minor graphics, they never, like, point them out, but I mean, if the skeleton of a miner is, like, in this mine, obviously he's died, so I have to count that.
You know, I've often thought about it, and I hope they would make a game like that one day where it is so long and so expansive that a character could just happen to die in the world, right? And it would mean something interesting because they rather were contributing or not that, you know what I mean, interesting as a player.
Actually, I'm wanting to play the new Fire Emblem, because it has permanent death on your party members.
Oh, really? So
It's-
is it roguelike?
No, it's a SRPG, but, like, I like the concept. You can turn the permadeath off, from what I'm told, but I'd like to leave it on just because it would make me more careful. And you lose someone, if you don't reload the data, it's like an actual sense of loss where you actually have to learn to deal without having that character that you like.
You're speaking my world now, man. Done that with the Diablo 2 and the Torchlight like crazy. It gets annoying when you lose, like, you get a really good run going, you know, and you get good stuff and then it's just gone. That sucks so bad, but...
I'm thinking...
This is a new one, too, so it might be gear intensive, right?
Right. It's a 3DS, it's just one that I haven't gotten around to picking up.
Nice.
See, the sad thing is, all I've really used my 3DS for is Pokemon Black.
Right. Now, I wonder if there's any firmware for a 3DS. Have you ever thought about that?
Custom firmware? I don't think so. At least not yet. I could look into it just out of curiosity, but...
Just curious.
And I'm going to sequence break by killing these enemies with a ranged attack. Oh no, it's this one up here. He will block the path if you... No? I guess I can't do it. I swear I've killed him before. See, this game is actually so fun that I kind of want to replay it already, and I'm not even finished with it, but the way I look at it, like, Terranigma's next. It's probably my favorite Super Nintendo game. If I waste my time saying, oh hey, I want to replay this game right away because it was so fun, A, I wear the game out, and B, that's just taking time away from something else I could be streaming. I figure if I really want to replay a game as soon as I beat it, then that means I'll be looking forward to it twice as much in a year.
Than in a month.
It's like, when I finish a game and I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to touch this again for another 2 years, that's when I know I've got trouble.
That's where I'm at, man. I'm not sure really what to play much anymore. I've done about everything you can do on a PC, at least.
See, I'm actually getting more into PC. I downloaded Final Fantasy 11, and when I was downloading that, they had 3 games for sale that are usually about $40 altogether for 12. So I'm like, well, yeah. And they're like JRPGs. There's a roguelike, Resetir.
Yep.
It's a combination of a roguelike and a shop sim. It seems pretty good from what I've played of it. And there's a action RPG, Chantilly's, and side-scrolling. I assume it's an action RPG, I don't know. I just know it's a side-scroller. Fortune Summoners.
Chantilly's?
Yeah. It was pretty good.
That's like for set tier, I think.
Yeah, they're all localized.
It's side-scrolling, same idea.
They,
yeah.
It looks like Ragnarok very much, even when playing.
Right.
Alright, I got my new ability. The problem with this game that I was having last time is you can skip through the dialogue ridiculously quickly. Like, if you hit the directional button, because you don't realize
You
something...
accidentally skip it?
Yeah. And it just happens so fast. And sometimes I can't go back and reread it.
Yeah. I've noticed I'll be clicking and doing stupid shit in these overhead games if I'm too tired or not paying attention. So I try to watch, and if I am doing that, I just take a break.
Yeah. I've fallen asleep during Final Fantasy XI several times already. Now, that's a decent game. I really...
calling you for help.
What's that?
Have they been calling you for help and then you're asleep?
No, but I have had people talking to me when I'm like, I come back to, I wake up and I see like, hey, what happened to you? And the other night, Lloyd and I both fell asleep. That is a game, I really wanted to stream it, but I don't know, I just can't do it. So, no big. But I like the concept since it's... What's that?
You like the concept?
Oh, I like the idea of, because it's an MMO and it's so expansive, starting a stream at the very beginning and streaming every time I play, which would probably be hundreds of hours over years. I think it'd be interesting to be able to go back and look at the first time you played.
The years part just made me laugh.
No.
Just made it sound like you'd be playing forever and ever, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could easily
it's not all
put years into that
sequential.
game and not notice it.
Because probably what I'm going to end up doing with that game is playing semi-regularly. I'm going to play through my subscription that I've got for the month, and if I'm still heavy into it, I'll buy another month, and there will probably be like, oh, well, I'm not going to play this month, and then I'll want to play it again 60 days down the road. Okay, this is body number 69. We've already found 70.
How many can it go up to?
Unlimited. It's not an in-game counter. It's just something I've been counting as a little...
Oh.
Black?
And then you unlock indolation.
Yes. Unlimited.
Unlimited. Limited edition.
I'm gonna read that again. I kind of... Main hall, second floor. Okay. Star Ocean 2 is actually something I would really, really like to stream at some point.
Yeah, and you could do it too with one of the PC versions, you know, versus the...
That's true.
Well, you're gonna do the capture card though, because you're getting that soon enough.
Yeah. But what I'm thinking there is, if you were in the mood for a run of it, we could, you could do your data and stream your character, and I'd stream my character, and then we could combine, well, like we did on the PS1, to get the universe mode.
Do we have it unlocked already?
We have universe unlocked on PS1, so honestly, there's no reason to do it on PC and exchange the save data that way, because we could just use our actual... I don't know if I thought I gave you my save data, but I might not have. I might still need to do that. No, I did, because you tried it.
I played a little bit on Universe, and I either told you to save it or delete it. Either or, I don't...
Okay.
been so long anyways.
But yeah, if I play, I'm probably gonna just start on Universe because I've played it on regular so many times, and it's a big enough game that after you play through on normal mode, I don't generally want to start back up immediately.
That's one thing I need to look for on PSP is the, if they have a save file I can download for that.
I am certain they probably would. That's one thing I'm loving about the PSP, the fact that you can just find a save file.
Yeah, man, it's eventually going to be everything that's, you know, able to hook into the computer and go.
I really, really wish that I had kept my Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep save. I did not realize back when I deleted it so I could play again that you could upload your saves and data so easily, because I have not found a save online as rad as the one I had. I had like everything unlocked, one of every skill, and I was level 20 on the hard difficulty, and like that's low level shit, and I've looked for one online that's low level, and I can't really find one the same quality. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eventually. But when I do, you can bet the save's getting uploaded.
Game FAQs?
Yep.
That's the best place to put them.
Stupid little skeleton head is like going all around me. Okay, I got the little jerk. Alright, we got 2.5 dungeons left. No, I'm thinking there's this one, which I'm more than halfway through. There's the next one. There's the boss rush. And there's the secret one. So yeah, like 3.5.
Gigawatts.
Okay, Doc Brown.
Is that what Dr. Brown said?
He said gigawatts, but I can't remember exactly what the number was.
Yeah, that's it.
I could be wrong. It sounds like that's something he mispronounced for the humor factor.
Right. Yeah, I think it is too.
Gigawatts! I can't see what is going on here. There we go. Alright.
I need some of those Pop-Tarts, I guess.
What kind of Pop-Tarts was that?
Strawberry?
God, I love those. I'll resituate myself.
I didn't eat any for a long time, but I've wanted something other than chocolate for a while.
Yeah, I just always have a Butterfinger in the house. At least one. like to have something fruity and something chocolatey. I keep not paying attention to what is being said here.
I keep trying to find some fire rings. Can't find any.
Really, this game had a pretty damn good storyline. I mean, I guess that's not unusual. The Super Nintendo is where that really started to happen.
Right.
But one thing I really like is what we were talking about a bit ago, how some of these games are connected. And while the stories are not directly connected, there are things that imply that it's the same world in different eras.
I mean, think of how advanced you could eventually get it. If we became so spot on with making games, think of if, like, two companies were working together, or even two crews under the same company, and they're both making pretty much the same game, but each game takes place in, like, a different section of, like, this temple you're going through or something. You know what I mean? They start getting more and more realistic with it. That would be awesome to have that. And somehow the games relate and tie in and all that shit. Or stuff.
So I need one more red jewel in this dungeon. These red jewels are these really well hidden treasures. I'm not gonna say what they do in case someone hasn't played, but you want to get them. And they're one of those things where I can't even imagine how you would find them without a guide. They're just, some of them are that well hidden.
Right. You just said they're worth getting.
To a point. Particularly if you played Soul Blazer first, they're definitely... because they're somehow related to that. This game has some Zelda-like trappings to it. Not enough that I would say it's a rip-off. It's very unique. Like in this dungeon layout, I'm noticing similarities. Did you hear about the sequel to A Link to the Past, the Super Nintendo one?
A new one?
Yeah, they're doing a direct sequel to A Link to the Past on the 3DS.
Oh, okay.
Which I find very interesting. I love when they do stuff like that, like direct sequel to a game that's like 10 plus years old.
Dude, PSP Portable 2 is a really good game. In my opinion, in comparison to like a lot of the like PS2 things they were doing. It's like the good PSU.
Right. Looks like my health is almost maxed out. I may start Terranigma tomorrow. That's when Kenji, one of my regular viewers, said he would be free. I'm assuming he... I never know with the internet.
Did you know Frontier's internet wigged out like crazy today?
That's very true. Farron and I were
Did you
going to
have
watch
something
some
happen?
Doctor Who, and we were not even able to do that because Netflix was being crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't do a Google search or YouTube without it taking... It was like dial-up, you know?
Which is pretty much the best.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Some relevant story. Body became what you see. I'm going to assume this is death number 71. Actually, 72 now that I think about it, because Will's mother is very definitely dead.
Do they have emotes next to the dead names?
No.
They just say the name only?
Yeah, no emotes. And I'm gonna say 75% sure that that scene was a reference to what's gonna happen in the next game. Slow text scroll for key item. If an item comes with a fanfare, you can tell it's going to be important.
It comes with a what?
A little fanfare song. I'd love to have like an escape rope for this dungeon. Or no, is that what they were called? No, magic rope. In Modern.
Magic rope.
That we always used to get out of those dungeons. Or a telepipe. That would be
Telepipe.
nice.
Town portal.
I call everything telepiping now. I was calling it telepiping in 11 last night.
Yeah, I always say town portal myself.
Now, what's a little bit brutal about Final Fantasy 11, I noticed, is it does have a telepipe back to town, but it doesn't, from what I've seen so far, have a way to pipe back to where you were, so you still have to walk like a 30-minute run to get where you're going. So that's one of those situations where it's like, stay where you're going for a while, get your time's worth out of it, because you can't just keep warping back and forth. I mean, I kind of enjoy that, though. It makes me plan. And have a purpose.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Only one port back, and then it's got a cooldown. It's like an hour long.
What I noticed, like, about Ragnarok Online, on those private servers we played on, it was helpful that you could warp anywhere you wanted to go, but at the same time, I felt like that took a lot out of the potential, like, you know, you could just warp to the next area to grind, and that's all the private servers were, just grind, grind, grind. No story, the quests were crap. Collect 1,000 of
Yeah,
this for a hat.
that was pretty much the problem I was having with the offline PSU. It's so
Really.
dumbed down from what the online version was, from what I hear. And it definitely shows. So I kept looking up, like, I was very surprised about it. There's, like, no story. You're just going out to fight them, and, like, it's like you said, like, it's, for some reason, it's too easy. Like, I was having no problem killing, like, level 60, 70 monsters at level 40. Only doing, like, around, like, on a crit, 400, maybe, with my gun. That's pretty weak, you know what I mean? From Phantasy Star standards.
Honestly, I'm kind of feeling like at this point, Phantasy Star Online 2 is the ideal out of everything. The only problem is, without it being in English, it's only half of what it could be. I mean, I've enjoyed it
Yeah.
most out of all of
I'd
them, but it's just such a hassle.
I would definitely continue the PSP one,
Yeah, I'm
even if
definitely
you weren't
game for
into
that.
it.
I've just gotten sidetracked.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't have my joystick anyway, so
Oh, okay. Well,
it'll
let
be
me
a
know
little
when you
while.
get that. While you're waiting on it,
That's
I'll
when
try
I'd
to
love to
level up to where
stream.
you were actually. So this explains where the slaves came from. Northwest. Sure, why not? Let's go. I like how narrative this game is.
Is there a voice speaking, or is it just
Well, it's Super
reading it to you?
Nintendo, so it's like what do you call it? It's just text, but still you go to these new areas and it explains like the main character's internal monologue, and sometimes there's like a narrator. Ah, Grandpa Bill
So
and
it's like
Grandma Lola.
Legend of Dragoon.
It does that? A letter and my
I
father's
think so.
journal. All right, let's read this. It's very convenient.
What's that?
My grandparents sent me a journal about a pyramid that I'm just so going to happen to need. Alright, we're gonna play some Snake Panic.
I'm almost level 15. I'm almost to town 6.
I'm debating if we were to like do a dual stream, how I would like do the split screen. I'm thinking I could probably do a screen capture for like your video.
Well, I
Like
think
if I
it's
ran
all,
your stream.
whatever you're gonna, it would just be another lower quality though, again.
Right.
I think it's good enough if you at least list their channel or just idle in there like I did.
Well, no,
I
I
just hid
mean,
yours so it's not
yeah,
playing and slowing me down.
I get that, but what I'm talking about is like a possible, like how I was talking about doing a two-person Pokemon thing with someone at some point where we both play the game simultaneously. If I could find someone to do that, but, I mean, it doesn't have to be that specifically, just in general, I like the concept of, oh, like that Mega Man race that I was wanting to do.
Right.
Ooh, the Jackal's right on our tail, apparently. So, a dude named the Jackal has been stalking us the whole game.
Oh, really?
I'm caught on a rock.
Caught on the rock.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if this village has anything to do with... No, it doesn't. I was thinking Terranigma again. Well, I'm gonna find the treasure in the pyramid, even if no one else has.
Are you so sure?
Oh, just because I'm that guy. And I gotta go back for a red jewel I forgot. I should have 44 of them after this.
What's the max?
50. 44 jewels. That means I got 6 to go. 5 in the pyramid and 1 in the dungeon after that. Well, I won't do anything yet. Yeah, it doesn't even matter that I've used some herbs because at this point, that's the part of the game where I always have to start throwing them away anyway.
Oh, really? You just get
Yeah,
rid of them, recycle?
there are 12 in the game total, I believe, and you only have 16 slots for your inventory.
What happens if you hold them all?
I
I mean,
believe,
is it worth doing?
not really, just not for anything except for collection purposes. And now we have the other character that can be controlled, who I prefer not to use too much because he's super OP. If not very fun to use, still OP. There's Red Jewel 45. Oh, this is one of the most obnoxious dungeons.
Why is that?
It's just this massive pyramid with 6 different sections to it. And you have to change your characters to navigate it.
Oh, right.
I'm I'm just gonna do what I always do, start on the far left and work my way to the right. Although this is like one of my least favorite dungeons, I do appreciate the layout. It's interesting how it's kind of very 2D.
It looks good then.
Yeah, I think it was an interesting experiment. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm about to grab something here real soon. Just trying to find a good stopping point.
I guess this thing we're all eating like 2 hours later, I'm starving again.
Right. I've had back and forth. I've had where I've not really been hungry all day and I feel fine. I've had where I feel like I need to eat all day to feel fine.
Which is what I've been today.
Which is always kind of nice because I usually don't eat that much. Like I used to at least.
That defense increase. Tell you what, I've been wanting to play again is Earthbound.
Why is that?
It's just one of those favorites. It's a game that I can play every year without ever getting tired of it. It's my CS.
Yeah.
And we got the first lithograph. Yeah, I'll put the Spiro plate on. No, it's a Pidgey.
I'll be right back.
Alright. I should probably grab a soda myself. I practically fell asleep there. But I'd really like to finish this game before tomorrow. Doing 3 episodes is not ideal for me. I'm probably gonna have to go to sleep.
Switching.
Yeah.
I made a sandwich instead of Pop-Tarts.
Sounds like a plan to me. I keep falling half asleep and standing here and taking damage. I'm gonna have to sit up and get a soda or turn it off for the night and come back in the morning, and I'm kind of leaning towards the soda at the moment. I'm so about to die.
Checking.
Yeah?
Go back.
No, I'm gonna try not to. No, I'll be fine. 'Cause I just got the football hieroglyph, and I'm about to go back to where I can heal.
Looks like my stream picked up your voice, but not mine.
That's
But I didn't
very
set it to
odd.
pick. I didn't set it to pick mine up though. Don't you click on Ventrilo or you do something like that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, to pick up mine, I have it set up just with the microphone. To pick up yours, I have to put Ventrilo in the sources. Crud. Well, I did not mean to save and quit, but I guess this is a damn good opportunity for me to go get that soda. I'll be back in a sec.
Alright.
Oh, that actually explains a lot about why I'm so tired. It's 5 a.m.
The what?
It's 5 a.m. That explains a lot about why I'm so tired.
I know, it went quick, didn't it?
I have not been staying up past, like, midnight this past, like, 5 days.
How many views have you gotten on your Twitch?
You mean, like, what is my maximum that I've had? Or what is my
Yeah,
total?
what's your eyeball say on your dashboard?
That's a good question. I don't know. While I'm streaming, I can't do anything else, but I'll let you know after a bit. I know the most I've ever actually had in a stream was somewhere around 6.
I had 2 or 3 for Torchlight too.
I forget
They must have
what
just
I was
found it, because I didn't
streaming.
tell anyone. I noticed you have a better chance if you name it better, too.
I find that, like, if I order a $10 pizza, it's a very good value. Because I'm just one guy, like, that lasts me several meals. So far, as much as I've eaten off of this one, I paid $3 a meal. And I'm probably going to get it down to $2, no, $2.50 per meal, which is, like, ridiculously cheap. Because, yeah, this is my third. I had some really good gas station nachos earlier.
Alright, I'm back.
I didn't even realize you were gone. I was sitting here talking to myself.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that's cool. I was just musing on how a $10 pizza is an amazing deal in terms of how many meals I get out of it.
Where'd you get the pizza?
Pizza Hut. But I mean, you eat
Excellent.
2 pieces at a time. That's 4 meals. Basically, you paid $2.50 per meal, which is cheaper than you find at, like, say, McDonald's, Burger King.
rallies.
I'm gonna have to come back for this red jewel.
Can't get it yet.
My inventory's full. And by this point in the game, I always have one slot to work with because I don't want to throw anything away.
I think inventories would work better if they put fewer items in the game. Less stuff drops, then if you don't have a huge capacity to carry items, then
No,
it
I
won't
feel what
matter
you
anyways,
mean.
because you're not gonna...
This one had a pretty small capacity. You never really have to worry about running out of space until you get to the last, like, 2 dungeons. It's as you pick up key items that you can't throw away that things start to get more complicated.
Right. It's interesting, they always did that with old games. Even in Norath, you have some items that you can't get rid of
Yeah.
for a while.
And one
They don't
thing I
take up a lot of
noticed,
space, but still.
that crab enemy, that boss at the bottom of the ocean, I found, for some
Yes.
reason, I saved immediately after killing that thing. I got myself I don't know what it was some weapon that I've been using since then, because it was so good, I haven't replaced it. But the thing with that thing was, when I went back later, I picked up 2 key items. I forget that horn that you're looking for. So I used one,
Yes.
and then once I'm in chapter 4, I had a spare one, so I had to reload the save and not pick it up. Because I didn't want that thing clogging my inventory. That's a weird glitch, though.
Yeah.
Have we had that happen before? It feels
Oh.
like maybe we have.
I mean, most likely. I've seen about everything happen in it, or done all of it too. But I still think the oddest one is that they rendered the HP and MP gems useless in the second one.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious. How did no one notice that?
I thought it was rather interesting
I
in,
don't think they tested it.
I don't remember if it was just in Feydark or if it happened other places, but where we would just fall through the map and like be way down in the darkness.
Yep, when the PS2 got too hot and you
Is
start
that
seeing
what
black
caused that?
blocks on the ground.
I didn't realize that's what was causing that.
Oh, absolutely. It was freaking out like that because there's too much stress on the system, and you know, then you go over and feel your PS2 and it feels like it's on fire. You can put, you know, 2 and 2 together. It's just overheating.
I find that
But
interesting.
like you said, you didn't have as many problems when you started using your fan, correct?
I believe so. I know it works better on the PC by far.
And your PS3.
Yeah, I barely play that without the fan. I haven't had problems with it getting too hot, but that's because I never really gave it a chance to. After the thing with the 360, I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, I mean, you're making a good choice too by keeping it cooler and not letting it get too hot. You're preserving the life of your system.
Right.
I was actually getting ready to open my PC up because I've noticed I've been setting it on its side, which doesn't really matter, but just to keep everything, gravity's pushing it into its sockets rather than against it, you know? I just figured, who knows, maybe that's...
You
Not
should
too
get
bad
some
of an idea.
crazy
But,
liquid coolant.
oh, that'll be the next one, man. I'm planning on doing an oil one.
Real? Oh, like we saw on
If it,
YouTube.
yeah, if it, is actually viable, not just for looks. But I think it makes sense.
Where the oil was absorbing the heat?
Yes. So at that rate, if it, does it really well, that's pretty cool. I mean, the only bad thing is, it doesn't leave you a lot of easy upgrading room, I would imagine,
Yeah, I could
because
see where that would be a
you probably have to
hassle.
drain it. So probably more of a trophy item, really. So actually, liquid coolant would probably be the best way to go, as it's, contained.
See, that's the problem with the laptop. I had to choose a laptop because of classes, and I knew, like, well, just beyond that, being able to carry it with me wherever I needed is just useful. But what I'm thinking is,
Like
like,
go ahead.
oh, just I really need to get a desktop for, like, gaming and whatnot. It's just more
Yeah, like I
powerful.
said, man, even if you had to wait like 5 more years to get a desktop per se,
Yeah.
I mean, the prices are gonna go down, the game libraries go up, the higher spec stuff. See, that's why I'm kind of waiting again, because remember I got some newer stuff for my computer, and it's done well. Like, it's done a lot of what I want it to. It's still gonna provide me a good outlet for making art. But I mean, there's still things I would love to have right now, but I mean, they're real expensive. Just a video card being $1,000, for example.
Yeah.
So, I wait 5 years, and those things become much cheaper than what's out then, and I can play all that stuff that came out too that I just decided to take a break on.
I feel like for the most part I'm good. I can play most games, I just can't play them in maximum settings. I mean, but I can play them in decent settings, and that's good enough for me. Like, Final Fantasy XI, I can't run completely maxed out, but I can run it probably at 70% capacity.
Right.
That PSO2, I find that interesting, that I'm able to run that at about 70-80% capacity as well. The main problem I find is shadowing. For whatever reason, you can set your textures really high, your resolution maxed out, but the more shadows, the...
It's funny you mentioned that, because anytime, if you're in any game, if you're slowing down a lot and you've got any high shadows on, dynamic lighting, dynamically lighted objects, all that stuff will always slow you down. And the reason is because that takes effect on everything for casting shadows in, like, a slightly real-time environment.
That makes sense. I just found that absolutely cray-cray.
That's the difference between a good-looking game and a non-good-looking game. Like, I mean, if you're casting shadows and everything else is too, it looks a lot more dynamic. It doesn't even have to look, today's realism to look fine.
Well, yeah. That's what I have going on with 11. There's no shadows, shadows only on your character, and shadows on every character. And I just go with shadows only on mine. It feels naked without a shadow and unnatural. I mean, I'm playing a Super Nintendo game right now and the guy has a shadow. But I don't notice it on the other NPCs, so I figure I can live with it. In a perfect world, I'd be able to turn every setting all the way up. First world problems.
I agree. one of the things to me I'd want to, if I was working on making something game-like, I immediately look up lighting. I'm curious how dynamic lighting is done. If it's just something I add, or is it something I have to slightly work at? I don't think it is. I think it's just dependent on which program you're using. Lord knows I'm not writing any of this stuff.
You need to use the Unreal Engine.
I've got that downloaded with a beginner's guide. I've not started it. I've also got the Unity engine and that YouTube channel saved with those guys that purport to be able to make those games so quickly. But I mean, to make anything look good is your own time. You know what I mean? Making the animations work well with all the other ones and collision and all that stuff. That's the hard part, because if you want to stand apart and not just look like, oh, it was obviously made with that engine, right? Because you can tell a lot of games have been made with the Unreal Engine. Just the way they play and look. It's not saying the engine's bad, but what you have to put in to make it look, you know, a little different. So that's why I was more interested in, like, the free Unity one, because, you know, if I had to make my own models, and they don't have to look as good as Unreal, which is, it's some work, man. I wouldn't mind having it look like a good PS2 game, right?
Right.
It's a good effort.
I think it's crazy how good 11 looks, considering it's like such an old game.
Yeah, but I mean, you should also look at the people they hired to do the art for that game too.
Pretty much anything
They're
from
really
Square.
fucking good. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that's a game that can last me quite a while. The main gripe I have with it is just that the combat is watch your character attack for the most part. But they've got the menus set up so that it's very much like 12, which I can live with, because that's not so bad. That's a little more interactive, I feel, than like RuneScape type shit.
I say, now you see my issue with Drakensang, where, you know, like, really enjoying it, and just one day I just had to stop playing it because it's just me sitting there watching the character, right?
Yeah.
Even though I'm choosing skills to go on, and I'm choosing really who they're attacking and all that, and it looks really good. I just needed that extra, I'm in a little more control.
And that's why I end up doing stuff like watching Buffy or just other stuff during the stream,
Yes.
or not stream, gameplay. Last night, Lloyd was playing Animal Crossing, and the other person we were playing with was playing Star Fox while we were in between battles, because, you know, they just sits there and attacks. And me, being the idiot I am, I'm putting all of my attention into the game.
Oh no, I mean, you can do that. I used to do that. I used to play MMOs and really, I'd read the quests and I'd pay attention where I was going. I can't do that anymore.
Well, part of it was that I was the healer last night, so I was trying to pay attention. But then we got strong enough that it wasn't an issue anymore, and I was barely healing anyone.
Oh, really? That's a letdown, but I guess you're not in the strongest area either.
No, later on it'll be much more important. No, my problem with MMOs and partying is that everyone wants to grind super fast, which I understand, I respect, but like, I play MMOs almost never, so if I'm gonna play an MMO, I want to like really get into the game, do a little bit of exploring, talking to NPCs, doing quests. and I'll end up playing with
Yeah.
like people who already have done all of that before and are like making a new character and just want to like grind up to a high level. And I feel like I'm missing it, everything.
That's like me in PSP2. I took off with that character, so I didn't read any of the text, remember?
I mean, which is understandable. The story's not like insanely fantastic. I enjoyed it, but
Yeah, it still gives you a little more reason.
I mean, I feel like that's one of my main issues with partying that annoys people. The fact that I take too much time. I try not to, but I'll get caught in town like, oh no, this shop has stuff I want to check out, or